This is Noah. I get made fun of at my workplace because I played through Doom 2016 on Nintendo Switch. First of all, yes, that is a thing that I did. But I'm not the only person, so it is what it is. And to their credit, Doom on the Switch is not super great. It's merely a moment of like, yes, it looks like hot garbage, but somehow this is better than I was expecting sort of energy. Upon hearing that Doom Eternal was coming to the Switch on the day that it launched, poorly aged things on Twitter, I was like, okay. You know what? I played through this entire game on the Switch, the first one that is, and you know what? I'll do it on Doom Eternal. And I was holding off on buying it until that happened, and I see Drew over there. It's kind of like that meme of Squidward looking out at SpongeBob and Patrick. Drew was over here playing Doom Eternal, having a great time, trying not to spoil things, and by trying, I mean barely, without even realizing it. It was great, except for the part where it wasn't. I ended up deciding to buy Doom Eternal on Stadia. You can laugh about that one too, guys. Because I figured if I wanted the mobile capacity similar to the Switch, Stadia can provide that, so I was like, whatever. Plus, I didn't necessarily trust my PC to run the game, much less my PS4. I'm sure the PS4 can run it just fine. That's not my point. I got this energy of like, I don't trust my stuff that I have right now to play it, which is hypocritical because I was going to play it on the Switch. I realize this is not scripted, so I'm realizing I'm running around in circles right now, so whatever. Getting to the point, they just announced its release date of December 8th on the Switch, digital only. And I just kind of looked at that for a minute. I'm like, okay. I was discussing it with my boys at work that I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. Because, and at this moment, I have not seen what it looks like, assuming that the trailer actually uses the in-game footage. Doom Eternal, one of the things I remember them talking about quite a bit before its release was that it was very well optimized to the point where it's future-proofed. I don't know all of this technical stuff. I'm very dumb. I don't know how optimization works. I don't even know how all this stuff works for them, or what makes this overly significant, but they were touting its optimization. I imagine sort of maybe playing into the meme of can it run Doom sort of stuff. So I guess in that respect, maybe I should have expected my PC to be able to run the game. The point is, when I hear that, I think, okay, maybe the Switch will be able to run this thing maybe even better than the first game. The company that was in charge of porting Doom to the Switch, I think it was Panic Button, they also did Warframe and Wolfenstein 2. And in both cases, it's like, okay, this is pretty impressive for what it is, and that's what they sort of became known for at the time, was their ability to take these high-end games and compromise them where necessary to make them run on the Switch. If a Switch Pro came out that actually improved performance, I imagine these games would actually be quite decent. Putting that aside, when you take into account Doom Eternal's optimization to begin with, plus their ability to make concessions where necessary, I feel like Doom Eternal on the Switch would actually be able to run fairly well. Let me pull up the trailer. You'll get a live reaction here. You know, I made the statement that, like, rationalizing Panic Button's ability to port these games, as well as Doom Eternal's flexibility, as potentially allowing the Switch to run this game decently without much compromise. But just from looking at that trailer, I think I was right. Dang. A lot of these comments here are talking about, like, the meme of Nintendo being family friendly, but I'll just remind you how many visual novels are on the Switch. So that's the news for the day. Very cool. I don't think I'm going to pick up this, at least not immediately, unless if somebody wants me to do a comparison, since I have it on Stadia. So if somebody wants to see the quote-unquote two worst versions compared, I guess I could do that. Thanks for watching. Make sure to leave a comment down below of how much you've waited for Doom Eternal on the Switch. Like the video, Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. This is Noah. That's Doom Eternal on the Switch. Finally. Rip and tear, my boys.